I grew up with horses before entering the circus world, and I see so many similarities or things that I apply that actually come from my training with horses. I notice that so much of what I have learned to instinctively do with horses, I do the same with people as well, with circus. It's about body, it's about movement, energy, presence in space, diplomacy, psychology, personalities as well. And this feels so mind-blowing to me, so helpful that I really want to share it. I feel like it opened so many doors for me, and that if people would be interested to give it a try, they could learn so much from it.
Impro means improvisation, and it means exploring through different assignments, ways to move, ways to create, ways to perceive your body in space and to others, ways to perceive, to develop ideas. We think that creation is also a muscle to train, and as with muscle training, you can have weeks where you train them intensely, but if you don't do anything, then in the meantime, you also lose the muscle again. How do I teach it? Well, I would say a structure. I actually don't want to use the word method necessarily, because I think each student is different and each specialization needs something else. It challenges my own creativity to see how does this work with this person. I really want people to invoke their curiosity and to develop artistic, like creatively physical, because the physicality, I think for all creativity, but for circus especially, is very important. And to have experienced it, how you can enlarge your movement vocabulary. And there is nonverbal communication, which includes that we are not aware of the communication. For example, don't change anything when you're sitting right now. You're holding, with both hands, you're holding your left foot. You were probably not fully aware about it. We could dive into the feeling that is behind of holding your foot, and that there is meaning in it. So in the unintentional movement, there is more meaning than in what we already know. So very often when I'm giving an assignment, I'm hoping that unintentional things happen, and that happens very often non-verbally. In circus, in general, there is more non-verbal communication than verbal communication, because you move all the time, and also on stage there is more moving than talking. There's a little bit of talking, but the talking is also not often meant to explain things. So I think it's very important to become aware of what do I communicate. And thus what I communicate as a circus artist is actually what my audience is receiving. And if not, then maybe I want to communicate something else. So either I change my nonverbal communication, or I dive deeper. So you say, for example, I love you so much, and my body says something else. And with nonverbal communication, we have a wonderful tool to actually bring awareness to what's actually going on. I think compo wouldn't work if it wouldn't embrace that everybody is different. So what I absolutely don't do is interpretation. Somebody moves small, so this person must be very insecure, and let's help this person to get more secure and move bigger. This I never do. Comes another thing. I think the more you know yourself, the more you land into your unique way of doing things. And if everybody would do that, then actually the communication goes better.
Because people are more clear?
People are more clear, people are more connected to themselves. So by being more connecting to themselves, they can better connect to others. And I think that might be very, very similar to horses because they're connected to themselves. So there is, you don't need to fight for a space or something. You just have your space.
We use very little of our body language because we have the verbal. So very often in my teaching in the beginning, I will help people learn how to use their body and use their energy to express themselves rather than with words. That doesn't mean that we use no words, but the words can come in later. Once you know how to use your body language, then it is easier to be able to add a word in. But if you're like a stone or brick or whatever and not use any kind of body language, it's harder for the horse to understand things. So it's body language on both sides. That means reading the horse, but the horse has to be able to read the person too. And horses are specialists. They are extremely refined and they are capable of reading much better than what we are.
Eh ben, je dirais d'abord, ça m'a appris à me taire et arrêter d'interpréter tout ce que je voyais, limite d'inventer quand je dis: «Oh celui-là il a peur de cheval» ou «Celui-là il est bête, celui-là il est machin, il doit faire comme moi je demande, comme moi je pense». Sauf qu'on prend pas conscience pour moi que le cheval il peut pas savoir ce qu'on pense, il peut pas savoir ce qu'on veut. Tant qu'on n'a pas appris nous d'abord à le lire pour arriver à se faire comprendre. C'est à nous d'apprendre leur langage et pas l'inverse quoi. Donc ça m'a appris à les lire et à observer. Et c'est en fait, c'est très fin et apprendre que justement ils communiquent, la position de la tête hausse, basse, la position des oreilles, la vitesse de respiration, l'écartement des naseaux, la position de la queue. C'est peut-être des signes en fait quand je ne voyais même pas quoi, mais qui en fait qui sont d'une grande finesse et qui en disent énormément sur le cheval et en fait je me suis rendu compte qu'ils parlent tout le temps quoi, à leur façon bien sûr, mais on a l'impression qu'on a juste un animal à disposition pour se faire plaisir, mais en fait ils parlent tout le temps, il y a énormément de langage.
Horses can detect our energy, our emotions. There's actually been a scientific proof that they can detect in what state we are by just feeling and observing us from that far away.
J'ai remarqué, une vieille jument qu'on avait, Yakima, la vieille jument blanche là, qui était une introvertie et super émotive que, bah, si j'arrivais, au moment de les nourrir, un peu énergiquement, parce que j'étais pressée ou quoi, elle filait au fond du pré et puis je la voyais plus. Et au début, je me disais: «Bah, elle aime pas les humains» ou enfin, c'est une jument qui a été maltraitée donc elle me disait: «Elle a peur des humains» et cetera. Et il y a d'autres jours, elle venait me voir et j'ai mis vachement de temps à comprendre qu'en fait, c'était ma position, mon allure, ma façon de bouger encore une fois qui quand je mettais trop d'énergie, trop vite ou fallait encore c'est du langage corporel et l'énergie quoi, qu'on met dans la communication et c'est super important quoi. Et cette énergie est aussi, l'intention qu'on y met, qui se voit pas forcément, mais par le regard, on arrive à suivant si le regard est doux et méchant ou amical. En fait, si on cache le visage de quelqu'un qu'on voit que les yeux, on arrive à lire déjà beaucoup de choses, quoi.
Each living soul has its own personality. Whether you are a dog, a cat, a human, a horse.
And does it mean that then you approach your relationship with the horse differently? From on a horse
Definitely. Like you have different relationships with people, you have different relationships with horses. And if you want to educate a person or if you want to educate a horse, then you will use different strategies to help them understand a more confident horse, a more confident person, you don't have to, I use the word, and we'll put that in brackets, babysit them so much. Something that is extremely important is I'm not there to control and to decide for the other one. I'm there to help and to guide. And that is extremely important, whether you're a person or a horse.
Je me rappelle d'une compétition, quand j'étais gamine, il y avait un juge qui était venu et qui avait dit, «Je vous demande de respecter vos chevaux, parce que si les chevaux, crient à chaque fois qu'on leur fait mal, on s'entendrait plus parler». Cette phrase-là, ça m'a marquée à vie et je m'étais dit: «Bah, je veux pas de ça, quoi». Et effectivement, on les fait souffrir, en fait, à pas les comprendre, à toujours vouloir, tout diriger, tout comprendre, tout savoir mieux qu'eux. En fait, on les fait souffrir, quoi.
A lot of people today are more into trying to control because I guess it's the world that we're living in today. And the more they can understand that it's not through control that you can have a true relationship. You can't force somebody to share something with you. Well, you can do it, but the moment your back is turned on them, they'll choose to do something else. So it is better to have a stronger relationship where it's an equal partnership. That means we do things for you, we do things for me, and it's not always about what I want, it's sometimes about what you want too. You can buy the best dressage horse and force him into doing things. You can buy also a little pony and say, let's do these dressage movements. And if you have an extremely good relationship with your little pony, it might do even better than the big dressage horse that was actually bred for it. So I think you will give more to somebody that you care more for than to somebody that forces you and make you do things. And I think this goes in the everyday life. I think it's extremely important to be able to learn and to know how to get the best out of whatever relationship you have with the other. You can see a big difference with people that really put their heart into it. And I've always told them that whatever they learn with the horses, that they should try it the same with humans.
J'ai appris les personnalités des chevaux, les 4 grandes familles de chevaux et ils ont expliqué qu'il y a un parallèle fait avec les humains et je me suis mise du coup à observer, les humains qui m'entouraient au travail, les voisins, les amis, la famille, vous pour votre éducation, ça m'a aidée. Ta sœur, il y avait des choses que j'avais pas compris, je trouvais qu'elle venait pas trop demander de bisous et puis, donc j'insistais pas, je demandais pas jusqu'à ce que je me dise: «Bah, peut-être qu'elle fait partie des introvertis» et un jour, je lui ai tendu les bras comme ça, elle m'a sauté dans les bras. Donc je me suis dit: «Bah, voilà, j'avais pas pris le temps de lire, pourtant je vis avec elle tous les jours, mais j'avais pas pris le temps d'observer, de me poser les bonnes questions».
I'm not at all an expert in circus, but I'm sure that people from the circus world could learn a lot by observing horses and observing also people that exchange with them. And I guess circus people, they will also learn about balance, about using their whole body and not putting in barriers of ego and self-personal stuff. The more you look at horses and the more you see how horses simplify things, the more you can tell yourself that if I simplify my things, maybe the results can be better. But the biggest thing we learn from them is the refinement of things, the exchange that they can give. And I guess that in circus, you don't always work one all by yourself. You have to work with a lot of other people. And the more your timing is going to be good, the more your timing with horses is good, the better results you have.
I think learning with horses has sharpened my awareness and my understanding of them, of things, of people, and especially of myself, of all the things that I can actually influence. It forces you on the most simple things, to be present, to listen, and to take care of your relationships, to get the most out of it also, in your own interests. I think that's something that makes me feel very successful, or that give me tools to success. For me, doing a parallel between circus and horses is not theoretical at all. I really experience it and I feel it. It helps me every day.